What's up everyone, this is Santi B from Lotus Training. Today what I'm going to go over is the Sumo Deadlift. Alright, the Sumo Deadlift or your wide stance deadlift is sick. You know why? Because it's going to fill in the gaps that conventional deadlift, conventional squatting doesn't really hit. Okay? First and foremost, we're training those adductors and those abductors, right? These muscles are really important to us because they help us bound, they help us explosively jump, right? They help us from doing that wobbly knee dance when we're squatting, right? And because we are at a wider stance for our sumo deadlift, we're also working on our glute engagement, okay? Especially within the glute min and the glute med. All right, the glute min is a super important muscle because it helps you keep that butt up and nice and firm, okay? The glute med is terribly important for contact sport athletes, for sprinters, for powerlifters, right? Because that's where we get all of our power. Another thing that you will notice about your sumo deadlift, right, is that when you're pulling with the sumo deadlift, your core is straight up, straight down, right? As opposed to your conventional deadlift, right? A little bit more narrow, right? And your chest a little bit more parallel to the ground. The core does play an important role in your conventional deadlift, but mostly at the top. Whereas with your sumo deadlift, because that core is straight up, straight down for the entire movement of the lift, that core is engaged throughout the entire movement. So it's an equal distribution of force between the anterior chain and the posterior chain. All right, so sumo deadlift, how do we get into it, dude? All right, so this is how you get into it. So we know that our conventional deadlift is our shoulder width type deadlift. All right, I want you to think if you were an actual sumo wrestler, right? Sumo, compensate for that big belly. If you had a big belly, how would you squat, right? How I was taught to find my sumo was to find a weight belt, okay? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna get inside that weight belt. No weight needed. You can extend that chain, all right? And so what I want you to do is find a nice, strong, comfortable position where if you squat, that chain will hit the bar. You can stay and maintain at this position and you feel strong. If there's a weight on top of you, are you falling forward or are you falling backwards? Or are you staying neutral, right? So you want to feel nice and strong. I'm gonna make sure that my feet are furrowed out 35, 45 degrees, right? My adductors are facing the wall in front of me, right? My abductors are facing that wall behind me, all right? I'm gonna hinge at the hips, right? We're gonna load the hips first, and then we're going to drop at the knees, all right? Nice and comfy, nice and comfy. On the way up, we're gonna shoot through the knees, push through the hips. I want you guys to think that as soon as the bar gets right below your knees, that you're gonna commit to that hip hinge, pushing through those hips. All right, so big, nice deep breath. Engage that core, hips, knees, good. On the way up with the knees, push through the hips. Yo, and that's sumo deadlift, yo. No struggle, no growth.